That's really cool. We're going to show you exactly how the tool works.
That's going to be the core of Rule Your Day. Rule your day!
Rule the day.
I'm so excited. Let's rule our day, my friend.
Let's do it.
Well, today we have...
absolutely love it. And yeah, look.
Rule your day and make it simple.
All right. So kind of what we have today, we're going to have our top priorities. We're going to give this a fresh new look. I've moved the other things, the little bug issues, down to secondary tasks. Really, the big thing that we want to handle today is let's give the landing page a fresh new look.
All right, let's do that. We'll start with the fun part today. So I already pulled our repo to make sure that we are on the latest version that we're working on. And this is, I was playing with it a little bit, and there's few things changed, if you notice, on a design-wise on here. But today, what we're going to focus on is the landing page. So let's go to the landing page. We got to log out. Just to recap, last time we did the auth authentication and we set up the database. So every user have their own. Prior that, we used to have local storage, and now it's basically on database. So you could use different devices, move from your phone to your app, a computer, or different devices. You would be able to check the same tasks, not on the same people. So that's a milestone that we finished. So this is what we were talking about, the vomit purple ones, right? So you guys know it. Every time you open, you see a new tool and you vibe code it. I'm like, oh, that.
Yeah, purple.
Today, what I'm going to show is basically starting with a landing page. I'll show you all my tips, tricks, tools that I use to create really great landing page. So first, I want to go to Claude. We need the content first. So to get the content, I'm going to give it just a simple prompt. Hopefully, we have enough information on the internet about it. So maybe we'll be able to get us a good landing page. So this is the prompt. So right now, it's just simply asking it to be a Silicon Valley award-winning UX and UI designer. That's what I told it. I hyped it up in a way that gives us a really... even though I didn't mention writer, I should have not said UX and UI designer, but you know what? It's good to design or create the content based on a UX and UI designer.
Absolutely.
So here we have the hero section. Let's see if you approve it, Brian, because I ask it to have a character. I don't want it to mention stuff. So I want it to, I explain to it who's our users. Usually know that feeling when you have 12 top priorities and somehow none of them matter. Your brain says everything is urgent. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe we'll trust it without reading it right now, and then after the call, we'll read everything.
Even get some just placeholder text or something up there to run with.
Sounds good. So let's now for the design wise. So we have some of the content right here. We're going to leave it on the side. And then what I like to use, there's two ways sometimes I design things. Either I go to Dribbble, right? And find a good landing page that I want to go after. And that's what I search as a SaaS landing page, and give this as a prompt in my prompt with a picture and a screenshot of the tool, right?
Yep.
That's one way to do it. The second way too, which is really cool, a website that I use is called 21st.dev. Right, 21st.dev has the greatest and really good components. And the good thing about them, let's say in this case that we're looking at heroes, right? So and then it'll give you a list of heroes, and there's a great community behind this and a lot of cool stuff. So if you click on it, you'll see, oh, wow, I love this hero section. And all what you do is actually you copy the prompt. So it's going to give you a full prompt for this, and you give it to your LLM.
How cool is that? That is super neat to have a prompt library, because I know a lot of people, one of the issues that they run into is that it's like looking at a blank piece of paper, right? And that's probably one of the scariest feelings as a designer or a developer, that you're looking at something and you're like, what should I do? Right?
Yes.
This gives you some inspiration, or at least kind of a launching point to jump in and say, here's where we can go potentially with my idea.
Agree. I love it. And plus, it has an MCP.
Ooh, wow, cool.
So an MCP is basically connected, you download it to your local, and what it does, it creates the component based on your project. So it's not just go seeing what other people created, it's going to create something that you only have, right? And based on your project. So it's a paid version though. The other one is free. You go to the components, you find other people what they do, and then you'll be able to do it. But for the MCP, as you noticed, I clicked on what I'm using. It was Claude Code, and then it'll give you only a run command. You copy it right here, and you go to Claude Code and you install the MCP server. It's that easy to install it. And what it does when you run it on your local, it's gonna open your browser, go to the 21st dev, give it the prompt based on your project by itself, and then create the hero pages. So we could try that actually
Awesome.
so we could try that. And now I'm going to prompt it. The main job for today is I want you to act as Silicon Valley award-winning UX UI designer who could design a really modern apps front page, landing page for a SaaS software. And I want to make sure that it's not similar to all of these AI SaaS tools that have purple and the same colors all over all of them that look the same. So what I would like you to be a little bit different, and based on what you know about our project, I want you to choose the wording and even the colors, but we want it a little bit, we still want it a dark color, but more warm, something that reflects or relate to our tool and what we're trying, or our goals of the tool and what we're trying to achieve with our software. And I want you to use the MCP, Magic MCP that you have installed, and design the landing page, the hero page, and the landing page actually. So let's do that, and let me know if you have any questions before you proceed. So make sure that you are over 90% sure about what we're going to do. So before you proceed with it. So I want you to ask as many questions as you want to finish this task. That was a long one.
Right? We're good.
And I can't stress enough how important is this. This is more important than the actual tool or the features in the tool, in my opinion. Because how many times, Brian, that you go to a tool and in the first 10 seconds or 5 seconds, you're on that landing page, you're like, I'm signing up. That's it.
This looks amazing. There is that level of trust that kind of comes into it. I'm interested to see what AI comes up with on this, because one of the things as you were putting in that initial prompt that I thought was really interesting is we could go down the rabbit hole of color psychology, font psychology, neuromarketing, right? And so I'm interested to see what it comes back with here, considering, we're wanting to see trust and excitement and stuff like that. I could see it go a couple different directions, but let's take a look at what it's got.
So it's actually interesting what it wrote, and it will help us to understand our project and what.
Mhm.
Landing page strategy, page type, placement. Visitors see this before signing up. So we're gonna tell them yes. Or should it? Okay. And then color psychology and warm by itself. Dark but warm, right? Not the typical purple AI SaaS. Now, we're gonna face something that our front end, it might look totally different than the back end, right? For
Now,
now. And as we mentioned, we're doing this. We were talking, me and Brian, before the call, that we actually doing this backwards on building this. So, right, because we already had something up and we're trying to build on it, right? Or fix it. But if we're starting a new project, that's not how we work. First of all, we plan everything, we create the documents, and then you start with the landing page, the color. So you have everything consistent and you don't have to go back. But that's great. We'll learn today. So we'll go here. I like hero section, problem statement, solution overview, feature showcase, special proof, social proof, pricing, final CTA. That's good. So let's answer the question.
right. This is an analogy I often give people is your landing page of like the lobby of a hotel, right? It's beautiful. It's something that really kind of eye-catching. But if you were to go to, say, the Bellagio or, a fancy Vegas hotel, they don't want you in the lobby. The lobby's there, it looks beautiful, but that's not really where they want you. So after they land on that landing page, or after they visit the landing page rather, the idea is that it just gives them that sense of confidence and that they're in the right place. From there, we want to direct them into where do you need to go or where would we like you to go? This is just a good design principle, whether you're building a SaaS or a website or doing client kind of stuff. Heck, even social media, right? You land on that page and immediately whether or not you're going to trust the company or page that you're on, what action steps do you need to take? We want to make that very clear.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great way to put it. And on a side note, look how that's why one of the reasons I like Droid. What they did is actually did a web search for warm dark color palette landing pages. And then it did search about award-winning SaaS landing pages, hero sections. And then it did another website about productivity app landing. So right now, but actually it was pulling, there's a Playwright MCP that it will open locally our landing page and it will see it after it design it. It's basically creating its own eyes right now with another MCP, which is the Playwright, which is great. And now it wants to.
So it's multiple MCPs that I'm playing with each year.
Yes, and
that's awesome.
And the Droid agents that
awesome. And just so any of our viewers, if they aren't familiar with Droid, where would they find that? Where would they get that?
That's Factory.ai. Factory.
That they're just so that they know exactly where.
Yes.
To go for that. And Factory.ai is doing some really cool stuff. It's awesome. The kind of stuff they're kind of putting.
They're really good. They're a young team, small team, and they're making a difference using the big giants LLMs. So they're not creating their own. They're just actually creating their own agents and a better structure than their own CLI team. Let's go to the landing page. I see something that they created. Screen. It's not what I like. I don't think it created the. It's not bad, first of all, right? But I don't think it used 21st dev. It did use for now. I don't think it did. Here is the installation command buddy. So what it's going to do right now, install it and put it in the env file. So I did work on it, but it was probably installed in one directory, and that's why it wasn't in the right directory that has access to all the projects. Okay, now hopefully it's going to run it. It's doing the research again. We could have went an easier path with like all that I showed you, like I can give it and this is exactly what I want. It does really good sometimes with that one. But if you want it unique and different and nobody else has it, it would be this route. Okay, I have it.
Remind me again, what's the CLI interface that you're using or the command line interface that you're using on this one? That's not Droid, is it?
Warp.
That's right.
I know what's the issue. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna quit this because it's still designing the page. And I'm gonna actually go to Claude directly and check if we have the MCP here. MCP. Yep, I have the magic MCP right here. And then I'm gonna, so it didn't do all of that yet. So we'll wait. I designed this using some of the strategies that I told you about. It's a really great tool. This is see the header that was last night.
That does not feel AI.
Yeah,
it feels like it's a lot more designed. I like the green and gold. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and look at I love the bottom too.
Yeah,
all of this,
cool.
That's component from the same strategies that I'm showing to you right now with that MCP. Yeah, all of these videos are one prompt with Sora.
Wow,
it's so cool. That vibe. I know we jumped out of the, but yeah, this is something hopefully I'm gonna release it soon, which is really cool.
Yep.
We'll go to Dribbble and say SaaS landing page. Which one do you want something? Do you want to keep the blue? Do you want to keep? Is this something too much or that's too much? How about this?
That's pretty cool. It's like the earth or something like that in the back.
Yeah, I like the earthy color for some reason, right? But that's gonna take a lot of changes on our end and the front, but that's not bad. Copy. Okay, and let's switch screens and we'll see where we at. Where are you? I'm gonna.
I like that color scheme. That's cool.
Yeah, I like it too. And I like the squares in the back.
Yep.
But this is an HTML file, so, and it's not having any of our information in here. So what I'm gonna prompt it to do. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah, pretty good.
So we could go over that later, but it has a great start.
Yep.
Right, which is good. I like that. I like what we did today.
Yeah.
It still doesn't look like the full AI. Here's what we could do later, not today, but we could go to 21st dev right here, and we go to the component. That would be easier than making it create its own components that we did earlier. And then we'll go right here and let's say hooks. What's the hooks? Let's say the pricing section. We could choose the price testimonials. So I don't like the testimonial that we have, but we could choose a different testimonials right here on something that, see, this is cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, we'll test all the pages. And then we could change. That will be, if you find the footer right now, it needs something nicer. You saw earlier that I showed you something. It was this one.
Yep.
So yeah, we could go and change it. So let's see what it did right now. It said it's done. So let's go to the home page. I want to make sure we are in the home page first and then get started. Okay, the sign in page right now. Welcome back. Ready to roll another day.
Like that.
That's the sign up page. Now, do you want to go and give it another 15 minutes of let's match the front, the inside.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I can do another 15. Let's do it.
All right, let's do that.
So we finished out the revamp of the landing page. We've got
let me show it to you guys. Here we go. Here we go.
Super cool. That's really cool. So we'll kind of skim through some of this stuff. We've got the bug fix on the widgets. And the last one we're going to check right off here is removing some of the widgets from Rule Your Day and just kind of clean that dashboard. So are we ready? Ready to rule the day?
Ready.
Awesome. Let's do it. And there we go. Awesome, everyone. Make your day productive. Rule your day. Leave us a comment. Tell us about everything that you've got.
All right, guys, please comment and let us know what to do next. We need ideas for this. Widgets, ideas, anything that will help us move forward. Let's do it.
Awesome. Take care, everyone.
Take care.